Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to GradCo News coverage of this year's LPL graduate student admissions. This is shaping up to be an unprecedented year for graduate studies at the University of Arizona.
That's right, Colin. Due to budget cuts and losses sustained during LPL's unsuccessful bid for the Yahoo Y Prize, the faculty have decided they can only afford to admit one graduate student to the class of 2009. Tonight we'll watch live coverage as the faculty weigh the relative merits of this year's pool of applicants.
By now, applicants have all had months to construct their arguments for why they would make the best graduate student for this department. The faculty will listen to their appeals and vote for their favorite candidate. The victor will need to capture the majority of the votes in the facultoral college in order to be admitted to the LPL graduate program.
With a total of 866 facultoral college votes on the table, the successful student will have to capture a score of 434 to ensure their place at LPL. Let's watch as the faculty deliberate.
All right, well, thank you for all of you coming today. Due to budget shortfalls, it looks like Mike has told us that we are only allowed to admit one graduate student for this year's incoming class. We will have a very difficult choice in front of us. Sadly, it appears that this department values money more than the core values of this university, such as teaching, libraries, and of course, high-quality laser printers. So we will begin the process selection once Mike arrives.
Oh, he's going to be here soon. I just got an email for him. I'll read it to you guys. Folks, it is with deep regret that I will be late for this afternoon's admissions meeting. I'll be returning from my beach house in Mexico after an important meeting with the president of the university. You should also be aware that I have recently had minor surgery to enhance my cerebral functioning. I have bandages covering my entire head and a hideously deformed figure. Yeah, I should say that again. So when we see each other at the admissions meeting, do not be alarmed.
Brains! LPL needs brains!
Hi, Mike. Welcome to the meeting. How was Mexico?
Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Tammy, would you start the video? It looks like our first applicant is a young lady, and she's from the University of Alaska, and she's just completed her freshman year.
Oh, hi. Gosh, you know, I'm so blessed to be applying to this here department. When I was a little girl, I always dreamed of being an astrologist, but I just didn't know what you folks did. Then I saw this great program with this super fella named Carl Sagan, and you know what I said? I said I'd make the best scientist there ever was. Why is that? I can see Saturn from my house.
Okay, let's move on. So it looks like our next applicant is an exceptional young man who has just completed high school. He comes with very high recommendations. Apparently he was the first Irish-American president of his school's astronomy club.
Assistant professors, associate professors, regents professors, good afternoon. I'm here today to present a message of hope for the LPL community. Even as we speak, there are those in planetary science who are trying to divide us between red planets and blue planets. Well, I say to them tonight, they're not dwarf planets and real planets. They're simply planets. As your graduate student, I would send a message to the world that we have never been a collection of chemists and geologists. We are, and we will always be, the lunar and planetary laboratory.
Will he still be saying yes we can after 6 years of grad school?
Now here's an interesting candidate. I think his video speaks for itself. All right, well, lastly, we have a more mature applicant, it looks like. He says here he became interested in planetary science after a long career in the pork processing industry.
My friends, we are at a turning point in this department. Funding is running out, space missions are disappearing. What you need is a real maverick to turn this department around. Unlike the other candidates, I put planets first. I spent 5 years locked in a room at JPL, expected to count craters using nothing but a ruler and a pencil. I have maintained my commitment to planets since that time. Vote for me, and I will continue to put planets first as your graduate student. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, what do you think of our 4 candidates?
Well, I'm concerned about McLean's age. He might die while he's a student. And if he dies as a TA, some younger, less experienced student would have to take up his responsibilities.
Well, Obama shows a really strong G index for someone so young. But we should compare that to McLean's CF index. On the other hand, Malin scores well in terms of the F index, and Grable has an incredibly high R index.
Well, we have to consider how these applicants fall on the meteorites issue. Clearly, since we're only going to admit one student, he or she's going to end up working for me. So they're going to have to show strong skills in chemistry.
Brains!
Well, Colin, this is quite a set of candidates we have this year. And to discuss this year's round of LPL hopefuls, we're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to bring in our graduate student correspondent, Krista van Leerhoven, via hologram. This is going to blow your mind away. All right, ready? Here we go. Ah, there she is.
Help us, my friend.
That's amazing. Welcome.
You're our only hope.
Krista.
Help us, my friend.
Ah, that's better. Welcome, welcome. Thanks very much for being here.
Thanks very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, Krista, tell me, what is the feeling among the current LPL graduate students about this year's admissions process?
You know, from the graduate student perspective, there is only one choice, Patrick Obama. In terms of charm and general good looks, he's head and shoulders above the other candidates. No self-respecting graduate student would want to date like Gravel, and Kara Malin might impress the male graduate students with her looks, but in terms of conversational ability, she wouldn't last through a 3-minute speed date.
All right, well, thanks for that analysis, Krista.
You're very welcome.
May the force be with you.
It looks like the first results are coming in. We can now project results for 14 of the 36 faculty. The totals are now 129 for Obama, 128 for McLean, 5 for Malin, and 2 for Gravel.
That's great. Now, while we're waiting for the rest of the results, let's take a look back at some of those memorable moments from the LPL Graduate Student Perspective Weekend debates.
My friends, I know there have been rumors that my opponent is a secret astrologer. I would like to disavow those rumors, whether or not they are true.
We have some breaking news. We now project that Obama has secured the important Meloche block for a total of 170 votes. McLean will need to secure the swing vote of Hubbard in order to have any chance of victory over Obama.
Let's take another look at that map.
It seems Hubbard and Shulman are still too close to call, but assuming Obama takes Holberg, Baker, and Ricci, as he is expected to, that should put him over the 434 votes needed to secure the graduate assistantship.
I don't want to jinx this, but I think we can now project that LPL will be admitting its first Irish-American graduate student in 2009. This is an historic moment in all of LPL history. In fact, it's an historic moment in all of University of Arizona history.
It's official. Obama has taken Holberg, Baker, and Ricci. We now have our new graduate student. This is truly a historic moment.
We return now to the admissions committee meeting to watch Obama accept his teaching assistantship.
I solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of graduate student and will, to the best of my ability, research, teach, and conduct public outreach for the Lunar Planetary Laboratory. Today, I think about all this laboratory has seen throughout these past 40 years. The budget cutbacks, the Phoenix mission, the Baja scandal, and Bratfest. The times we were told we can't, and those researchers who pressed on with that scientific creed. Yes, we can be better than Caltech. Thank you, and may NASA bless the Lunar and Planetary Laboratory.
These pork barrel spending projects do nothing to help Joe, the solar physicist. Joe, are you here today? Joe? You out there? Well, then you're all Joe, the solar physicist. This is where real planetary science gets done.
Will I say to them tonight, they're not... What? You completely changed.
Tonight, we will watch live coverage as the faculty weigh the relative merits of this year's pool of applicants. Successful student will have to capture a score of... Oh, I'm sorry, it's my bad eyes. I can't.
You'll need the swing vote of Hubbard, though, to ensure victory over McLean.
Let's take another look at the map. Show big screen photos.
One more wave. One more. Crap. Whatever.
The times we were told we were can't. Yeah. The times we were told we were can't.
There's quite a list of candidates we have this year. And to discuss these candidates, we're going to do something we have never done before. We're going to show you off some technology we think is going to blow your brains out.
It's gonna blow your brains out.
Alright, if I keep doing that, that'll be really funny.
That's for the serious blooper reel.